about the Narnia Book Tag. I was initially going to create my own book tag for Narnia, but I found out that Clemmie's Bookish World basically has a Narnia book tag, so I figured I will do that one. The first one is Narnia, which is basically a magical world that you would like to visit. So for me, that would obviously be Hogwarts, or when I was in high school. I always loved the idea of studying at Hogwarts or getting to go to Hogwarts. And obviously, it's a fictional world, so you can't do that. But if you ever wanted to get you as close to that as possible, it would be worldofpotter.com, and it's basically this website that lets you get sorted into a house, and you can interact with your people on your floor and in the common room, and you can also do activities or participate in various things that are going on. And I honestly really think that it's perfect, especially during this time when you have a lot of downtime on your hands. And for anyone who is a Harry Potter fan and is bored at home, I think this is perfect for you. Number 2 is The Magician's Nephew, and it's basically a book that you find underrated. So for this one, I'm picking the Indigo Notebook series by Laura Rousseau, and I feel like this hasn't been talked about very often or at all, and I really love this series, so I think if you are missing going out and traveling, then this is the book series you should pick up. For this one, I would say it's very close to the Gilmore Girls series in the sense that Zeta lives with a very free-spirited mom whose name is Layla, and Layla is kind of similar to Lorelai. So basically every year her mother picks a different country for them to live in, and this year they're in Ecuador. And so Zeta is finally getting used to living in Ecuador and wants to convince her mother to live there permanently. However, things planned, and Zeta soon discovers why they've been moving around. So the third one is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and it's basically a classic that you love. For this, I picked Anne of Green Gables by Lucy Maud Montgomery. About a young girl with bright red hair named Anne. With the Cuthberts, however, the Cuthberts wanted a boy to help them out. But after they meet Anne, they decide to welcome her into their lives, and it's a very heartwarming story. And for anyone who has seen Anne with an E on Netflix, you should definitely read the book series. It is The Horse and His Boy, which is basically asking you to pick out a book that you didn't know much about. And for me, that was Wings by April Lynn Pike. So basically the fourth one is Prince Caspian, and it basically asks you to pick a book that you loved the sequel of. I'll link everything in the description box. So this next one is The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, and it's basically asking you to pick a quest you would like to be a part of. I would say for me, it would be the scene in Harry Potter where the Order basically comes and helps to rescue Harry and take him to number 12 Grimmauld Place. It is The Silver Chair, and it's basically a book that you didn't expect to love. So for me, that was Carolyn Mackler's book Tangled, and it is essentially how a group of 4 very different people with very unique personalities meet on the Caribbean in a resort, and it's kind of how their lives are changed so drastically after meeting one another. And I would also say this inspired a book of mine back when I was in high school, and I think it's a good book for people to read. The 8th one is basically The Last Battle, and this is the perfect ending to a book series that you've read. So for me, other than Narnia, it would definitely be Cynthia Hand's Unearthly series. I would also say the Hush Hush series of Rebecca Fitzpatrick, and the Need series, as well as the Iron Face series. Number 9 is basically talking about the Pevensies, and it's asking you to pick a group of siblings that you wish you could have been friends with or lived with. And I would have to go with the Weasleys and the Pevensey kids. So this next one is asking you to pick Eustace Scrub, which is a character that grows on you, and I would say for me it was Yona from Yona of the Dawn, and she starts off as a very selfish and I would also say sheltered uh, character, but over time she develops as she goes through different life experiences. This next one is Mr. Tumnus, and it's asking you to pick a favorite mythical creature. So for me, I would have to go with a hippogriff, just because I've always found them to be one of the best creatures in the Harry Potter world. Caspian, I will pick a character with regal qualities, and I would have to go with Megan Chase from the Iron Face series by Julie Kagawa. So this is based off of Shakespeare's Midsummer Night Dream, and I would say it's a really interesting fantasy. So this next one is Reepicheep, and basically it's asking you to pick a loyal character. So I pick Hermione Granger from the Harry Potter series, and she doesn't leave Harry's side when Ron leaves, and she helps both of them reconnect and reconcile, as well as she does a lot of things that proves that she's loyal throughout the series, and without them, Ron and Harry would have been completely lost. It's the wardrobe, and it's basically saying your favorite hideout or place to read, and I would say that would be my bedroom. I don't really hide out here, it's just a good place to read.